Thank you for watching Nintendo Digital Event. 日本の皆さん、遅くまでありがとうございます。今日のね、デジタルイベントの映像っていうのは、今年発売できるソフト、それから来年の早い時期に発売できるソフトに絞り込みました。
So our digital event today focused entirely on games that are launching in 2015 and early 2016.
で、去年 E3 で見せたゲームパッドを生かしたゲームとか、まだまだ開発続けてますので、期待してくださいね。
And as we showed at E3 last year, we have many gamepad games for Wii U that we introduced there that are continuing in development, and we're still working on those.
とりあえず今はアミーボと、それからスプラトゥーンでこう狙うスターボックスクラス、いろんなゲームを楽しんでください。
And so we've introduced games like that use Amiibo and games like Splatoon, and we've shown Star Fox for this year, and we've got more coming.
青沼さんがね来てないんですね、この回に。彼は今次のゲームを作るのに今一生懸命頑張ってます。僕も戻ってすぐ手伝う予定です。
And Aonuma-san is not here at E3, and that's because he is back at Nintendo, hard at work on his next game. And as soon as the show is over, I'm going to be going back to help him out with it as well.
で今からスターボックスゼロのね説明をするんですけど、僕がゲームを遊ぶよりトリーハウスの皆さんがずっと上手なので皆さんにお任せします。
And so now what we're going to do is jump right into gameplay straight from Star Fox Zero. But I think maybe rather than having me play it, we should have our Nintendo Treehouse Live staff here play it, because they're probably going to be a lot better than I am.
ね、それから終わったら僕もう一つお話があるので戻ってきますけども、それから今日一日いろんなまたスターフォックスゼロの話とかしますから、寝ずに頑張ってみてくださいね。
But after they're done, I'm going to come right back because there's one more thing that I want to talk about, and so I think we'll take a look at that and then just kick off with Nintendo Treehouse Live.
See you soon. See you soon.
See you soon.
Game.
E3.
Now it's time.
Only at E3 do they let us out of the treehouse to, play these games. So we're going to hop right into Star Fox Zero for you guys and do some. We're going to fire up the R-Wing and take it for a test
flight.
flight.
The Corneria, which is, a favorite of a lot of Star Fox veterans out there.
This is so cool. I've seen this game. It just brings back a lot of really good memories for me about spending way too much time really late at night playing Star Fox.
I know, you can just see this cinematic opening. It's so good.
All right. So as we're getting started here, we probably should talk a little bit about how this game fits into the Star Fox series for folks who maybe missed our digital event.
Right. This Star Fox is kind of a reimagining of the original or Star Fox 64. As far as it's not a prequel, it's not a sequel, it's just kind of it exists alongside that of Star Fox.
Yeah, I like it as a reimagining because it's going to be a whole new story, but there's a lot here that's really familiar and then a lot of new stuff that
I think you guys are.
Really
I'm using the gamepad. We're going to notice a lot of this split screen gameplay, and I was using it there to check in with my teammates. And people are going to, the voices are going to sound a little familiar. That's because we brought back a lot of the original voice actors, not just from the original, but from Star Fox 64 3D.
Yeah.
So, but again, this is a brand new Star Fox game, so those voices are going to have a new life, which is going to be really exciting.
And for some of those lines, the classic barrel roll lines, you got to keep those in to keep the fans happy. But there's also a lot of really cool new lines that
I like to shoot Falco right off the start, give him a little friendly fire there. Wake him up.
All right, so Morgan here is kind of aiming around the screen, taking these enemies out. On his on the Wii U gamepad, he actually sees the cockpit view, whereas on the TV screen, he's seeing kind of like the overview. So you can either use the TV to aim or use the gamepad to aim.
And you can see right away we've got some stuff that we've never seen before. Like some sort of giant saw blades. Boom.
Oh, careful.
You got to dodge that stuff, man.
I think Miyamoto-san will be very sad if we destroy the R-Wing on our first go out.
Not going to happen. It's totally not going to happen.
It's not a cheap piece of equipment, so.
Yeah, and it's really fun to switch back and forth between the TV screen and the gamepad screen here.
And not only that, the gamepad gives you kind of a finer amount of control. Not only a finer amount, but a wider amount of control. Yeah. You can, if you actually tilt it straight up, you can shoot straight up while you're flying forward.
It's really cool. We're going to see some of that later when we get into the all-range section. And, people are going to, I think immediately you're going to feel sort of you know, we're going to see a lot of Star Fox Zero gameplay here on Treehouse Live, and I think people are going to be excited by things that are very familiar to them, like this opening section. It's sort of it's not really on rails, but it's classic sort of flying. We're going to see some all-range sections, and then we're going to see some other stuff too that I think is going to be really exciting.
Right.
And I'm really glad that during the digital event, we got to hear Miyamoto-san talk about the inspiration for a lot of the design here, because now having heard about the archways and the shrine inspiration, it's really interesting seeing the stage again and seeing it through those eyes.
Yeah, that's something that, you know, obviously with playing past Star Fox games, you do a lot of, you fly under stuff and through stuff, but I never really thought of it, you know,
Whoa.
Oh.
Watch out.
being like
that guy was waiting his whole
it.
robot life to throw that beam at me. I love that guy.
That's his only programming, is to throw.
Was that one of the girder throwing robots that you just destroyed? Like big guys who throw
I'm just
things?
taking out some trees too, you know, as long as I'm here, why not? You guys can see my hits counting up there. It's, you know, it's that classic Star Fox. You know, I'm racking up hits as I take down enemies. I'm getting more of those as I get combos. So
right, yeah. So if you do that charge shot, take out like 3 enemies at a time, you're getting actually more hits than you would if you took them out individually.
Yeah, well, there's another one of those guys. And I'm not going to save Corneria by getting a high score, but it's going to make me feel real good.
You never know. And those rings, those are refilling your shields and whatnot as you take damage.
Yeah, I think if people at home, I'm actually switching back and forth quite a bit between when I'm looking at the TV or looking at the gamepad, and we've got that picture-in-picture, which is nice. Obviously, they don't quite know where I'm looking, but it's so much fun to sort of switch back and forth.
Yeah.
And we're going to see, here we go, we're going into all-range mode now. There's
Speaking
General
of familiar
Pepper.
faces.
He's holed up in the top floor.
Switching to all range mode.
In all range mode again, I think we got a lot of Star Fox fans maybe watching, but people that haven't. Now I'm able to fly completely around this area in 360 degrees. I can also use the ZL button here. That's putting me into target view, so to check that out, I can bust out a really cool sort of cinematic viewpoint here. If you see my gamepad, I'm still in first person, but I'm able to use the TV to track a lot of these fighters. We've got a lot of enemy fighters right now. I'm going to get back to work here trying to take these guys down.
And that target view actually comes into play, you know, when you need to see where you are in relation to another object. Sometimes you can use that. Check the TV, be like, oh, this guy's behind me, and then be able to turn around and take him out.
Whoa, watch out.
All right, so your goal right now, you have to take out 10 of these fighters.
Yeah, we've got to take out 10 of these bad boys.
Almost halfway there.
We're working on it.
Nice, good job.
I'm going to get a little laser upgrade here. That's going to help me out.
And it's really nice when you're not playing this, just getting to appreciate the background. Just sort of enjoying the scenery, and it's like, oh wait, sorry, there's people firing.
Yeah, we talked about, I've got, Peppy, Slippy, and Falco. They're doing a little work on those 10 fighters too. I'm going to bust out a few moves here.
Oh yeah.
You go again. I'm using 2 sticks to fly, which it might sound, you use 2 sticks, but you got to remember that original Star Fox, you had 1 control stick, and being able to use 2, I'm able to do a lot of, I'm just able to do a lot of really cool fly moves, but also, like I said, flick the sticks to do, a nice somersault there. Of course, if I do a double tap,
do a barrel roll. Let's
get back to work on these enemy fighters up here.
So you can also do like a U-turn.
Oh, yeah.
You can boost, you can brake. So you're using all these different maneuvers to try to...
Yeah, I'm using my right stick here to boost. You can see my boost meter at the bottom of the screen, using up. Go ahead and...
come on, Morgan, you only got 2 more to go.
All right. Let me fire up a charge shot here.
Nice.
I know I got to take these enemies down, but I want to show off. We're kicking the tires here on the R-Wing for everybody. Or, I don't know, kicking the tires. I don't know if that works. Maybe we're... I don't know what we're doing. I guess it might has tires. It probably lands at some point.
All right. I'm really excited to show off the transformation here, so I feel like we need to hit the ground.
All right, I've got these containers opening up, and I think you can see I'm flying above these guys using my gamepad to target their weak points, but I'm feeling a little frisky, so I'm going to go ahead and tap. This is a big moment here. I don't want to give it away, but here we go. Tap the A button.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
Nice. What's cool about the walker is you can it changes your kind of maneuverability options. You can stand still, whereas in the
it is like I can just stand here. Suddenly, I'm not flying around. This guy's coming right toward me. I've also got a hover. I'm gonna use the gamepad. Look down.
Nice.
That guy was not prepared for me to walk around like that.
Can we show its little strafing move as well? Because I think that just looks really cool.
See I've got a little. And of course, like any good Star Fox vehicle, you can always do a barrel roll, even if you're in the walker.
So you got to hit those red nubbins on the top of them.
Yeah, let me chase those guys down.
And one thing I think is really fun about the transformation, it's not just a different way to come at enemies and come at problems, but there's actually some stuff hidden around in these stages that you're not going to be able to find unless you shift into different transformations. Because there's going to be some spots that are a little too narrow for your R-Wing to fit, and some other spots where it's just a tight fit. You've got to know which vehicle you need to go through to get through there.
Just got a hot tip from Peppy that there's more coming from the shoreline. I'm going to fly above these guys. Get back into my.
He's shooting basically straight down at those guys, which is something you weren't able to do in past Star Fox games. But now with the gamepad, you can basically look straight down and kind of like be a bomber, do a bombing run sort of thing.
And it's a little easier to make sure you're not going to run into something when you look at the upper screen and you're like, okay, I can tell I'm not going to run into a building. Then focus on whatever's below you.
There's another one there. I just spotted it using target view. Whoop, watch out.
I feel like it's a little too peaceful right now. I don't trust it.
There's one there below me there. I'm using target view to lock onto him. And when I say lock on, I'm meaning lock on visually. I still have to actually do the work and aim for him. Whoa, buddy. Nice. Get off that tower. That's our tower.
Good job.
Always good advice from Peppy. Peppy never, he always comes through.
Yeah, Slippy, not so much.
I need to get back on the ground here. These guys are getting a little too close for my comfort.
I love that little move when it's coming down for the transformation. It's just like...
Gotta use that charge shot. Call out that charge shot.
Oh, sounds good to me.
Nice.
Get off my tower. Phase 2 complete.
Oh, gee, so these, I don't know if at home you guys can hear the characters talking or not, but it's a really cool feature with the gamepad. They're doing this 3D audio thing.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
So it's the weirdest thing. It feels like the characters are talking in, like whispering into your ear, like a headset.
Yeah, they've got it so when you're playing, the characters talking to you are coming out of the gamepad speakers, and it's so cool. The sound design in this game is really, really, really cool, and yeah, it really does feel like they're sort of in your helmet.
Right.
Yeah, that's
so I've got a problem here actually. I was talking about sound, and meanwhile, the Androsa dropped down. This is enemy. This thing's crazy. This is a weaponized flying fortress, I believe it was called. You can see that now that I'm in this boss battle, the TV screen has dropped into even more of a cinematic view, and I'm really like using the gamepad now to target.
This is one point I think is really interesting here, because there's that little tunnel you can see over on the left-hand side, and now you have a couple of different options with this boss. If you want to, you can stay up here, focus on it from the air, but if you're a smooth flyer, you can actually sneak in there, and there's some other stuff to do actually inside this boss.
Right. As you know, Star Fox fans know, there are multiple ways to complete missions in Star Fox games. You can have a mission complete or a mission accomplished. And that depends on how, you know, what sort of things you do during the mission.
This is another spot where it comes in really handy that you can do some separate targeting as well.
Whoa, watch
careful.
out. Careful there. Got these lasers. I'm going to go ahead and sneak behind this guy, and I'm going to drop in on him.
Oh, nice.
Oh, didn't see me coming, did you?
Nice.
I'm going to ride that down. I'm just going to ride it. I'm feeling a little action movie style.
Oh, that was awesome.
Nice.
All right, one of these radar lasers left. Ooh.
Boom.
Wow.
Well
I
played,
hope nobody's
Morgan.
below that chunk of debris that just fell down.
But he escaped. He escaped. What are you going to do?
It's always good doing General Pepper proud. He's just, you know, you really want to. He's somebody you really want to fight for.
Nice.
It's so
Good
good
job,
being
Morgan.
back in the
Ship
cockpit.
intact?
It's so good being back. I'm so excited. Like, it's so good to have, You know, we had, like we said, we talked about Star Fox 3. That was a remake of the original, but this is a brand new Star Fox game. It feels so good, though. It's like everything I love about the original. I don't really want to give the controller up, but I think Eric's gonna.
You know, take a
not
shot.
sure we want to fight on camera. We might get in trouble for that.
Yeah. And in case you're watching at home and you are going to be coming to E3, that Corneria mission is one of the ones we have playable here on the show floor. It's.
I don't know if you saw behind us. We've actually got these killer cockpit setups. There's 4 of them, and they actually have like a really immersive speaker system, and it's very much like sitting in an R-Wing. I'm hoping I can get in line and actually try those at some point. But they look like fun.
Man, all right. I'm still. I don't really. I'm feeling like that was fun. I mean, we're back at E3. You know, we're here getting to play games. Like this is so cool. It's so fun just testing this thing out.
Showing it to the world after so long.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard following the direct because I'm still so distracted by like Muppet people. Now I have to focus up and work.
So Eric's taking us into Area 3 here.
So I really love using the cockpit view, and I think it's going to come down to personal preference too. Sometimes, some players are going to, like using the TV more, some the cockpit view. But for me, I think the cockpit view gives me more options. I love options.
Yeah, I found this, especially this mission where it's such an open dogfight. It was really useful to me to be able to look around because every once in a while it's like I know my target's there. It's maybe right behind me, and I need to really look around before I decide what kind of maneuver I want to pull or what direction I want to go.
Yeah, and Eric, I know you're focused on taking these guys down, but if you could just kind of look at that, I think we can see sort of just by looking around. Like this is a lot of sort of
like
a
the city inside.
You can see the scale, and I think that as we see more of this, game,
he's right behind me. Not today.
Nice.
You know, we've had a chance to play this back in the Treehouse a little bit. Sorry, I don't want to spoil Pigma's big entrance here.
Pigma.
Gotta love Pigma.
Pigma.
That's one of the beautiful things about this series is like it's sci-fi, but it's so silly at the same time. It doesn't take itself too seriously with. You're
Are you making fun of Pigma?
Dude, you're a bunch of animals in space. So,
but this is also it's that combination of those Star Fox elements that I think are so familiar and feel so good, but this total new feel. Like you just look at the character art when those characters are popping up. I love it.
So I can use the target view with the L trigger here, and then what I can do is I'll see where he is exactly. So I'm going to slow down a little bit. Oh, he did it at the same time.
Oh.
Man, he's reading my mind right now. I got you, buddy.
Awesome. That was so cool.
I got you, Pigma. I love these little duels, too. So before I was shooting all of these enemies, and now I'm just dueling with this guy. All right, where is he?
I think he's behind you.
Hit the brakes.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. I got you now, buddy. Maybe not. Where are you? Where'd you go? All right, now
I
I'm
got
gonna...
him.
Very cool. Right.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, nice.
Woo. That hurt a little bit.
Feels so good when you land those charge shots.
So,
I know I'm supposed to be watching Eric like fighting, but I just keep looking back at the stuff in the background. Love it. Very nice.
where you at? Where you at?
Oh.
All right, boost in.
Wait, where'd he go?
And this mission is also playable on the show floor, so it sort of works out your Star Fox skills in a different way.
So, gotta dodge. No, wrong button. That's not what I wanted.
Oh.
Buddy, where you at, buddy?
Man, he's tenacious.
Very nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I got him.
Whew.
That was an intense pig fight, I guess. Not really a dog fight.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So Pigma lives to fight another day, but I think you did some good work on him there.
All right.
All right, so we're going to cut back from that, and I think we're going to bring, I think we've got a chance to bring...
I guess back up?
Yeah.
I think so. Hey, Mibara-san, welcome back. And Bill, of course. Hi, Bill.
Yeah.
ああ、
We've
す
got
ごい。
How did we do? It's very.
どうでしたか？
まずですね。
You
ここから
guys
ここから
are pretty
ね、開発者がもっとすごいプレーを見せます。
Yeah, I think our director, Mr. Hayashi, is going to be much better.
Oh, okay. But at least we didn't break
Yeah.
the R wing though.
けど、よかったです。
Smiling, 壊さなくてよかったです。
そうですね。
That's right.
I just have to ask really quickly. We have a minute. Is there a favorite? There's so many of those classic characters coming back. Do you have a favorite of the besides Fox? We saw
こ
Pigmo.
の
We
シ
saw
リーズの
Pigmo.
中のキャラクターのなんか一番好きなのは
今日ね、デジタルイベントにスリッピーが出なかったのが残念なんですけど、実は今年スリッピーはね、他にもいろいろ活躍するので期待してください。
I'll have to say I found it very regrettable that Slippy wasn't able to play a role in the digital event because I personally like Slippy and he's going to have a big role this year. So.
That's awesome. I think we all love Slippy too, and we'll just do our best to show Slippy off here on Nintendo Treehouse Live.
あれ、お話しするんですかね、一つ。
So yeah, I guess I said I had one more thing to share about Star Fox.
ね、実はこの開発ね、長年一緒にゲームを作ってきた、日本のゲーム開発の人たちの中から一緒に協力してくれてる会社があるんですよ。
So there's a developer that we've worked with in Japan for quite a while, and they've been making games for a very long time. And it's Platinum Games.
Yes.
And we're working with them together on Star Fox Zero.
今度ね、今日昼から一緒にプラチナの人たちとプレゼンテーションしたいと思って楽しみです。
And I think later this afternoon that we are going to be doing another presentation on Star Fox Zero here on Nintendo Treehouse Live, and that is going to be together with Mr. Hayashi, the Nintendo director, as well as a member from Platinum Games.
Yes, that's
awesome.
I'm so glad we can finally talk about that collaboration. Yes. I think that we have a lot of Platinum game fans out there, and like their flair for sort of the action gameplay combined with Star Fox vision that you guys bring, I think it's a really good team.
そうですね。そのプラチナのファンのたくさんいますし、そういう任天堂とプラチナのアクションゲームのコンビネーションがすごい面白いです。
And flair.
It's going to be really fun.
Awesome. I think especially looking at like Bayonetta 2, which we showed off here last year and got to show a lot of folks the really amazing sort of like surrounding battles and how well the backgrounds were worked in. And I think that's a lot of what you can see here as well with Star Fox Zero, where it's really intense when you actually get in there and you start playing, and it's just like there's so much going on around you.
でそうですね。去年の Nintendo Treehouse Live でベヨネット2の紹介もして。でソフトもああいうアクション性が強くてで背景との関係と、そのアクションのまつわりがすごい渋くて面白かった。
そうですね。ちょっとまだ内緒にしておくつもりだったんですけども、ベヨネッタ2のディレクターが一緒に仕事をしています。
So I guess maybe it's still a little bit of a secret, but on Star Fox we are working together with the director of Bayonetta 2.
Whoa.
It's going to be so good to see them back up.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a real treat. We talked about we're going to have Mr. Hayashi and Mr. Hashimoto later to play, and it is a pleasure watching them play the game. I think that it's going to be very fun for viewers to watch and be inspired. And I think just by hearing them play and talk about the game, you can sort of feel the passion and the teamwork, and I think that it's something the viewers should look forward to later today.
そうですね。林さんと橋本さんがお互いでプレイしながら話し合うっていうのは結構、ユーザーたちがビューアーたちは結構面白がっていただけると思います。
この後何分後か分かんないですけどやりますので皆さんもうちょっと我慢してみてくださいね。
So yeah, that segment will be coming up a little bit later today. I'm not sure when, but people can look forward to that.
I feel like our performance with the R-Wing is going to be a little overshadowed when we have the professionals up here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming up and sharing this news with us. I'm very excited to see more coming out from them. And I'm hoping you have a chance to try out one of these demo stations behind us as well with the cockpit setup, because I'd love to hear what you think of that later as well.
はい、すごいね、
そうですね。
機材で今日遊んでもらうので、しかもね、今度のゲーム、オーディオにね、すごく工夫を凝らしてるんですけど、今日それを強調して、コックピットではガンガンとここで声を聞きながら、仲間の声を聞きながらプレイできます。
So yeah, it's really fun the way that they've set it up and being able to sit in the cockpit and play. But the other thing that we've done is that because the audio is so important in this game and the way that you get the sound coming out of the gamepad, and so we've designed the cockpit in a way that emphasizes that for people here on the show floor.
Yeah, I think people are going to get a really good kick out of it. We obviously mentioned the sound and the fact that the player voices are going to come out of the gamepad in this really cool way. But I think Platinum, too, and EAD and Seal, the sound design in the game is just great. And you can tell a lot of focus has been put into the gameplay, the visuals, and the sound. And I think that gamers are going to really appreciate that.
ゲームでしか使えないサウンドのアイデアをいつも求めてるし、今度はちょっと新しいシステムを導入したので、ぜひとも期待してください。
Yeah, we're always looking for ways to use sound that are unique to video games and that can only be done in video games. And so this time we've introduced sort of a new technology that's going to allow us to do some fun things with the sound coming out of the gamepad.
Yeah, it's so cool. And obviously it's something we can't show viewers at home how it's going to come out of the gamepad into their ears, but it's one of those surprises that even if when they get the game in their hands, it's going to be just that extra little cherry on top of the experience.
Yeah, it's really trippy when you actually hear it. And the first time you hold the gamepad and it's doing that and you're hearing these little sounds, it's like, I don't
kind of looking
know how
behind
it
you.
そうですね。
works, but
初め
it's
て
really
体験する
cool.
と結構ね驚きます。
あれ
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, you're. What? Where's that coming from?
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. This is very exciting news, and I think people are going to be excited to see some more gameplay. I think we're just about out of time here for this section, but I imagine you want to get out there on the floor and see everything now that it's unwrapped too, because we had covers over pretty much all of our booth up until a couple minutes ago, and now we can actually see the graphics, see everything that's here. So maybe you can sneak and try some stuff out before the crowd gets in here and it gets kind of crazy.
まあそうですね。時間がもうなくなってますけれども、こういうブースのセッティングは結構ね全部カバーされてて、多分宮本さんがこれからもうすべての設置を確かめたいんじゃないですか。
そうですね。本当にスターフォックスゼロもね、すごい青いも飛んでますしね。
Yeah, we've done a nice job with the Star Fox setup. We've got an R-wing that's kind of floating or flying through the booth there. It looks great. It's a lot of fun.
I wasn't sure if you're going to take that home with you and have that hanging in your office after we're done, because it feels like it's a home.
この R-wing を
awesome.
日本に持って帰ってオフィスにくばるんです。
I'm sure it'll fit on the plane. It's carrying on. Just like bring it with you.
飛行機に乗せてくれるかどうか。
I don't know if they'll let me.
I don't think it's metal. It shouldn't set off a detector. I bet it'll be fine. Just be like, don't you know what this is? It's a souvenir.
多分説明できると思います。
はい。
Well, yeah, I mean, from those of us in the Treehouse, we're getting a chance to be out here and play these games for people. And we thank you for stopping by in this segment.
Yes, thank you.
And just thank you for Star Fox in general. We're just as much fans as we are employees. So, yeah,
ありがとうございます。
it's going to be
プレゼンテーション
fun.
もありがとうございました。
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, so folks, hang tight. In a couple seconds, we'll be right back with some more stuff getting Nintendo